Hello, friends. Today, let's have a one short class on trigonometry exclusively for CBSE candidates from our favorite channel, Matrix. Let's look into this one. Trigonometry is a very important chapter, particularly CBSE. And here, let's have a one short video. This one to master trigonometry in 1 hour. Okay, let's look into this one. Suppose there is a tree in a ground and you are standing far from the place. So without actually measuring physically, so how do we calculate the height of the tree right from that standing at this place? Yes, we can calculate it without measuring it manually. We can calculate the height of the tree. As we are away from that, some distance away from the. Suppose we are at a distance of 10 meters from the tree, and from this place, to try to observe the angle inclination of the tree with horizontal line. Inclination of the line from the horizontal line. If this is theta, if this angle is theta, then by applying tan theta equal to height of the tree divided by distance. Okay. So it will be equal to 10 times tan theta. So this is if it is 45 degrees, tan 45 is 1. So it is 10 meters. The height of the tree is 10 meters. So this is the wonderful technique we do use to find the height of the tree. So there it comes the importance of trigonometry. Okay, let's move into this one. So here, a right angle triangle ABC is being considered, and in this case we are trying to take all possible ratios. What are the all possible ratios of the triangle ABC? AB with reference to the angle theta, that is at C, AB by AC, or BC by AC, or AB by BC, or the reciprocals. AC by AB, AC by BC, like that. So for a moment, let's call them. Let's call them. This B is base. Let's call this as base. Let's call this height as a perpendicular, and this is hypotenuse. Now, the six basic trigonometric ratios are that perpendicular by hypotenuse, base by hypotenuse, perpendicular by base. These three are given names: sine angle theta, cos angle theta. So sine angle, we call it as cos, and this is tangent angle. Simply we write it as tan theta. And the reciprocals of this, that is h by p, hypotenuse by perpendicular, hypotenuse by base, and base by perpendicular. And these are called cosecant theta, secant theta, and cotangent theta. In short, we write cosec theta, sec theta, and cot theta. These are the six basic trigonometric ratios. Okay, with the help of these, we can find out the height of a tree, height of a mountain, width of a river. So many applications we have it. Okay, so coming to the Cbse part, in our 10th class, they are dealing with the relation between these ratios, trigonometric ratios, and we are learning the relation between them and then identities. And then today we'll do some numericals and also PYQs, CBSE PYQs. Okay. Right. Suppose here you have a right angle triangle, and suppose this is the reference angle theta, and the perpendicular is given as some 4 meters. Base is given 3, and hypotenuse is given 5. Then, with reference to theta, what will be sine theta? Opposite or perpendicular. Perpendicular, the definition is perpendicular by hypotenuse. What is the perpendicular here? 4 by hypotenuse 5. So this is what sine theta. And what about cos theta? Base by hypotenuse. It is 3 divided by 5. And similarly, tan theta, perpendicular by base 4 by 3. And similarly, we can calculate cosecant. Cosecant theta is just the reciprocal of the sine. So 5 by 4. Secant theta will be reciprocal of cos, that is 5 by 3. And the cot will be reciprocal of tan, that is 3 by 4. Suppose you have a angle theta and the corresponding sides of the triangle are given like this. Then we need to find out all trigonometric ratios. Suppose you want to calculate sine theta. With reference to theta, what is perpendicular? Perpendicular is this one. Base is 12, hypotenuse is 13. So you come to the definition. Sine theta definition is perpendicular by hypotenuse. So what is the perpendicular here? 5 by hypotenuse is 13. Similarly, you can find out cos theta equal to base by height, hypotenuse. So what is the base? 12 by hypotenuse is 13. If you look at this one, here, if this triangle reference angle is theta, and what is the perpendicular? 3 centimeters, base is 4 centimeters, and hypotenuse is 5 centimeters. And now here, what about cosecant theta? Cosecant theta definition is, look at that. What is the cosecant theta? How we have defined? Hypotenuse by perpendicular. So, hypotenuse by perpendicular. What is the hypotenuse? 5. Hypotenuse is 5. And what is the perpendicular? Perpendicular is 3. So, 5 by 3. And what is cot theta? Yes, students, you can find out. Cot theta definition is, yes, base divided by perpendicular. That is 4 divided by 3. Hope the point is very clear to you. Let's move on to the next one. Suppose if it is given cos theta is 7 by 5. So this is the conversion. One trigonometric ratio will be given. We need to find out the other trigonometric ratios. So let's make a triangle. And suppose the reference angle is theta. And this is perpendicular, base, and hypotenuse. So what is the definition of cos theta? Base divided by hypotenuse. So what is the base here? 7. What is the hypotenuse? 25. So by Pythagoras formula, so what you can write here, hypotenuse square equal to base square plus perpendicular square. So 25 square equal to 7 square plus p square. So what you'll be getting p value? P value will be 24 square. P24, p square is 24 square. So p value is 24. So p value is 24. So now if cos theta is given this one, so you know all the 3 sides of the triangle now. So sin theta will be going to be p by h. What is perpendicular here? 24. And what is the hypotenuse? 25. And what about tan theta? P by B, perpendicular by base. Perpendicular is 24 and base is 7. Let's look into that another problem. Sorry. So these are the three basic identities which have been derived from the uh, right angle triangle by definitions of sine theta, cos theta, tan theta. Suppose B perpendicular base and hypotenuse are there with reference to theta, sine theta. So what is sine theta? P by B. What is cos theta? Is B by H. So if you square and add them, sine square theta plus cos square theta are equal to, so what you'll be getting here, P square by H square plus B square by H square. So numerator will be P square plus B square by H square. And by Pythagoras formula, P square plus H square, B square will be H square only. So H square by H square, this is what? So sine square theta plus cos square theta is going to be 1. So what do you mean by identity? What is the difference between equation and what is the difference and the identity? For example, x square equal to 4. It is an equation which has roots plus 2 and minus 2 only. So an equation is in variable x is such that then only finite or only some values of real numbers will satisfy that equation. Whereas identity is defined for every value of theta. For example, x plus 1 whole square, you can write x square plus 2x plus 1. What values of x satisfies this equation means all values. All values of x satisfy this equation. This is called an identity. In the same way, in trigonometry also, in terms of theta, so for all theta, whatever the identity, whatever the equation which has been satisfied by all theta, we call it as identities. So the identity, first identity is sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. And the second one is 1 plus tan square theta becomes secant square. And the third one is 1 plus the cot square equal to cosecant square. So there are so many type of conversions you can look at here. Since sin square plus cos square is 1, if cos square theta can also be written as 1 minus sin square theta. And the cos theta can be written as root over 1 minus sin square theta. In the same way, secant theta can be written as root over 1 plus tan square theta. Okay. And cosecant theta can be written as root over 1 plus cot square theta. Or secant square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1. You can factorize secant theta a plus b into a minus b, secant theta whole square minus tan theta whole square equal to 1. That means secant theta plus tan theta into secant theta minus tan theta equal to 1. So these three many conversions can be brought from these three identities. These are so important. Suppose, what about the particular angles? These are some specific angles of trigonometric ratios. Okay. Okay, we'll come back to this. Let's see how we use these identities in different numericals. Here, one interesting and important problem. We need to prove that 1 minus sin A by 1 plus sin A, we need to prove that it is equal to secant A minus tan A whole square. So let's see how we apply these three identities. What are the three identities we have? Sin square A plus cos square A equal to 1 and secant square A minus tan square A equal to 1 And cosecant square A minus cot square A equal to 1. Let's see how we apply this. So let's take as LHS of this one. What is LHS? 1 minus sine A by 1 plus sine A by. Now, we know that what sine square A plus cos square A is 1. From that, we may write it as here cos square A is equal to 1 minus sine square A. What is 1 minus sine square A? A square means B square if you apply. A square means A plus B, A plus B. 1 minus sine A into 1 plus sine A. Right? 1 minus 1 plus sine A into 1 minus sine A will become cos square A. So let's multiply and divide with 1 plus 1 minus sine A. So that the denominator, we can make it cos square. So if you multiply these two, denominator will become 1 minus sine square A, and numerator will become 1 minus sine A whole square. So denominator is cos square A, 1 minus sine square A is cos square A, and numerator is 1 minus sine A whole square. By the laws of identities, A power m by B power m, we can write it as A by B whole power m. So with that 1 minus sine A by cos A whole square. So 1 by cos A, 1 by cos A, if you separate the two terms, 1 by cos A minus sine A by cos A whole square. So 1 by cos A can be written as secant A minus sine A by cos A is tan A whole square. So this is what we need to prove. That is what RF is. Right. Let's look into one more problem. Here we need to prove that cos power 4A minus sin power 4A is equal to cos square A minus sin square A equal to 1 minus 2 sin square A. We need to prove this. First, let us prove from here to here and then from here to here. Okay. Let's start with LHS. The first part. Cos power 4A minus sin power 4A. So the identity we use here is A square minus B square is A plus B into A minus B. So here, in place of A, we can write it as cos square A whole square minus sin square A whole square. Now, if you apply this property here, this identity, A plus B to A minus B, cos square A plus sin square A into cos square A minus sin square A. And we know that this value is 1. And so the resultant will be 1 into cos square A minus sin square A. That is that what the second part of this result. And again, further if you continue, we know that cos square A is 1 minus sin square A minus sin square A. So 1 minus sin square A minus sin square A. It will become 1 minus 2 sin square A. Simple. This is what the required part. RHS. One more problem. So let's look into another problem. Tan theta plus secant theta. We have here tan theta plus secant theta minus 1 by tan theta minus secant theta plus 1 equal to, we have to prove this one first and then this one. So let's start with LHS, the first part of this one. That is tan theta plus secant theta minus 1 by tan theta minus secant theta plus 1. What are the three identities? Let's look into that. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Secant square theta minus tan square theta is 1. Cosecant square theta minus cot square theta equal to 1. Now look at to here this question part. Which one will be more useful here? If you observe carefully, this one can be replaced with a secant square theta minus tan square theta. So then tan theta plus secant theta minus this one can be written as secant square theta minus tan square theta whole divided by tan theta minus secant theta plus 1. Denominator, let us not change anything. Numerator, only one you are changing like this. Denominator, no need to change. Now, if you factorize this expression, that a square minus b square is a plus b into a minus b. So tan theta plus secant theta minus secant theta plus tan theta into secant theta minus tan theta. A plus b into a minus b by tan theta minus secant theta plus 1. Now, that's comes out with. Now, what you can take common from these two terms? You may take secant theta plus tan theta, secant theta plus tan theta. If you take common, it comes secant theta plus tan theta. If you take common, 1 minus secant theta minus tan theta will remain whole divided by tan theta minus secant theta plus 1. So secant theta plus tan theta into this is 1 minus tan theta plus secant theta. 1 minus 1 plus tan theta minus secant theta whole divided by tan theta minus secant theta plus 1. And this is same as that numerator. So these two terms get cancelled. So you'll be left with secant theta plus tan theta. And the secant theta is 1 by cos theta plus sin theta by cos theta. Okay. So because secant theta is the reciprocal of cos and tan theta is sin by cos, we are converting everything to sin and cos because that we need to prove we need to convert them into only sin and cos terms. So 1 plus sin theta by cos theta. This is what the second part of the proof. Now, if you multiply and divide, with 1 minus secant theta here, so we are left with 1 plus sin theta by cos theta. If you multiply and divide with 1 minus sin theta by 1 minus sin theta, okay. So the numerator a plus b into a minus b, that will be converted to 1 minus sin square theta by cos theta into 1 minus sin theta. So 1 minus sin square theta is, what is it? Because sin square plus cos square is 1. So 1 minus sin square theta is cos square theta by cos theta into 1 minus sin theta. So here, very clearly, one cos get cancelled. So what is left with? Cos theta by 1 minus sin theta. Right? Let's see one more question. Let's see one more question, which is previously many times given in our Cbse 10th board examinations. Very, very, very important question. Here, there are different ways. I will do in two different ways. First method. So here, cos theta minus sin theta is given as a root 2 sin theta. And we need to prove that cos theta plus sin theta equal to root 2 cos theta. So let us call this as x. Now we want to find out the value of x. Let's call this equation as 1. Let's call this equation as 2. Now if you're squaring both the equations and adding, if you square and add them, so you'll be getting cos theta minus sin theta whole square plus cos theta plus sin theta whole square equal to 2 sin square theta. So square of this is 2 sin square theta. And what is the square of x? X is square. X is unknown thing. We want to calculate it. Next. So here, if you square on both sides, see, okay, if you simplify this expression, cos square theta plus sin square theta minus 2 sin theta cos theta plus cos square theta plus sin square theta plus 2 sin theta cos theta. This is the LHS of this one. Equal to RHS is 2 sin square theta plus x square. So here, plus 2 sin theta cos theta minus 2 sin theta cos theta get cancelled. And you will be sin square plus cos square value is 1. And this sin square plus cos square is 1. So 1 plus 1, the value is 2 equal to 2 sin square theta plus x square. So bring this 2 sin square theta left side, take 2 common. So what will coming? 1 minus sin square theta equal to x square. Okay. What is 1 minus sin square theta? 1 minus sin square theta value is, by the first identity, it is cos square theta. So 2 cos square theta equal to x square. Now squaring on both sides. So 2 cos square theta equal to x square. Okay. So if you square and square, take square root on both sides, square root of 2 cos square theta equal to square root of x square. So root 2 cos theta equal to x. So this is what we need to prove, that the value required value cos theta plus sin theta is root 2 cos theta. This is one method. And there is one more method where we use rationalization. See, here cos theta minus sin theta equal to root 2 sin theta. So bring this sin theta to other side. So cos theta equal to root 2 into root 2 sin theta plus sin theta. Take sin theta common. So it will be coming root 2 plus 1 into sin theta equal to cos theta. If you multiply both the sides with root 2 minus 1. That is the rationalizing factor of root 2 plus 1. So root 2 minus 1 into cos theta equal to root 2 minus 1, root 2 plus 1 into root 2 minus 1 into sin theta. What is root 2 plus 1 into root 2 minus 1? 2 minus 1. It is root 2 whole square is 2 and minus 1 square is 1 into sin theta. So root 2 minus 1 into cos theta is equal to sin theta. So that comes out to be, what is that value you'll be getting? So that comes out to be here root 2 minus 1 into cos theta equal to sin theta. And so it can be written as root 2 cos theta minus cos theta equal to sin theta. So bring this cos theta to the other side. So root 2 cos theta is equal to sin theta plus cos theta. So if you observe that this is another way using rationalizing factor, rationalize that is third root 2 plus 1. So you hope you know that what you mean by rationalizing factor. So rationalizing factor of root 2 plus 1 is root 2 minus 1. When you multiply them, you'll be getting a rational number. That is root 2 whole square minus 1 square. That is 1. One more question. Let's look into this. Secant square, sorry, secant A minus tan A by secant A plus tan A equal to this we have to prove. Again, so as the question is dealing with the secant and tan, what identity we have related to secant and tan? Secant square A minus tan square A is equal to 1. That is secant A plus B into A minus B. You can use A square minus B square formula. Secant A plus tan A into secant A minus tan A will be 1. So in the LHS part of this, inside the square root, secant A minus tan A by secant A plus tan A multiply and divide with secant A minus tan A, so that I can make okay, so here in the RHS part of this, we have here numerator one term, denominator two terms. So I will multiply and divide with secant A plus tan A. secant A plus tan A. So that the numerator will become A plus B into A minus B. This whole part of this one will become A plus B into A minus B. That is secant square A minus tan square A whole divided by secant A plus tan A whole square. What is secant square A minus tan square A value? 1. Right? Secant A plus tan A whole square. It is a square of the number. So square root and that square get cancelled. So we know that root over, suppose x square, we write it as x, right? If x is a positive real number. So here, so this value comes out to be 1 by square root and square get cancelled, secant A plus tan A. So what is secant A? 1 by cos A. Because secant is the reciprocal, definition of secant is 1 by reciprocal of cos. What is tan? What is tan? Perpendicular by base. Okay, so perpendicular by base can also be taken as perpendicular by hypotenuse by base by hypotenuse. So sine theta by cos theta. So tan theta is sine theta by cos theta. Take LCM, of course, A. So if you take LCM of these two in the denominator, so the LCM will be cos A. And here 1 plus, because denominators are same, just add the numerator sin A. And so 1 by of this one, this cos A will come to the numerator, cos A by 1 plus sin A. This is what RHS, what we require. Right. One more question. This is given in Cbse 2023. The question is tan A equal to 3 by 2. Then we need to find the value. 2 tan A equal to 3. That means tan A equal to 3 by 2 is given. Then we need to find out 4 sin A plus 3 cos A. So if tan A is 3 by 2, from a right angle triangle, if you call this angle as A, what is tan A? Perpendicular by base. That is 3 here, 2 here. And then what will be this value? By Pythagoras formula, hypotenuse square equal to side square plus side square. That means 2 square plus 3 square. That value is root over 9 plus what? Root 30. So hypotenuse value is root 30. Now, so if tan theta is 3 by 2, then what will be sin A? Sin A is perpendicular by hypotenuse. What is perpendicular? 3. What is base? 2. And what is hypotenuse? Root 30. So it will be 3 by root 30. And what is cos A value? Base by hypotenuse. What is the base value? 2. 2 by root 30. So substitute these two values in the required expression. What is that required expression? 4 sin A plus 3 cos A whole divided by 4 sin A minus 3 cos A. So 4 into, in place of sin A, replace the value of 3 by 30. So 3 by root 30 plus 3 into cos A. What is the cos A value? 2 by root 30 divided by 4 into 3 by root 30 minus 3 into 2 by root 30. You observe that the denominators are same. Here, denominator root 13. So we can add the numerators. So if you add the numerators, 4 into 3, 12, plus 4 into 3, 12, plus 2, 3 into 2, 6 by root 13. Okay. And 12 plus 6 by root 13, whole divided by, here 4 3 is 12, minus 6 by root 13. So here, denominator root 13 get cancelled. So it will comes out to be 12 plus 6, 18 divided by 12 minus 6, 6. That is 3. So the value of this expression is 3. So just you remember what is tan theta, sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, perpendicular by base, perpendicular by hypotenuse, base with hypotenuse, the definitions, and the three identities. If you remember three identities, you can solve all the questions in that CBSE. One more question. Okay. So here it is a just one mark question. It's a one mark question. Just the options given as you have to identify which one is correct. Very clear. We know the identity. Sin square plus cos square is 1, but here it is given minus, so option A is wrong. Cosecant, we have formula, we have identity cosecant minus cot, but it is cosecant minus secant square is given, so it is wrong. Secant square minus tan square, yes, it is correct. Cos square minus tan square, it is not correct. So option C is correct. Just from the identity, you can see. And look at the another question. Same like the previous question. In the previous slide we have done. If cos theta equal to cos theta equal to root 3 by 2, we need to find out. So take a right angle triangle. It is theta. So cos theta formula. What is the definition of cot? Base by cos theta. Base by hypotenuse. So base is root 3. Hypotenuse is 2. Then what will be this side? By perpendicular formula. If h square equal to p square plus b square. Perpendicular square b square. What is the hypotenuse given to? 2 square. What is perpendicular? What is perpendicular we need to calculate? What is the base given? Root 3 whole square. That is 3. So 4 minus 3 equal to p square. So p value is equal to 1. So this is 1. So we can calculate cosecant theta, secant theta, and we can substitute over there. So what will be the cosecant theta? Cosecant theta is reciprocal of sin theta. So that means h by p. So 2 by 1. And secant theta. Secant theta is reciprocal of cos. The cos is already given to root 3 by 2, so it is 2 by root 3. When they're asking the squares of this, then what will be the cosecant square theta? 4. What is secant square theta? 4 by 3. So replace these two values in the given expression. If you replace the two values, so cosecant square, so 4 minus secant square, 4 by 3, whole divided by 4 plus 4 by 3. So take LCM. If you take LCM, 4 3 is 12 minus 4 divided by the divided 3 get cancel, 12 plus 4. So the value is 8 by 16. That is 1 by 2. So the value is 1 by 2. And here we have one more expression. Sin alpha is given root 3 by 2. Tan beta is given 1 by root 3. Then the value of cos of alpha minus beta. Yeah. So before we attempt this one, okay. So there is one more thing that we need to learn in trigonometric chapter. That is particular angles. What are the trigonometric ratios of particular angles? There are some angles like 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees. Those values, trigonometric ratios of these angles, we have to remember. In the next slide, let's learn how to get these values and what are those values. Okay, let's learn how to find these particular angles. Why these specific angles only been mentioned in the table? Why not the other one? So these are the tables which we can calculate just by from an equilateral triangle and a right angle isosceles triangle. Suppose from an equilateral triangle, let's consider an equilateral triangle ABC. Since we know that each angle is each angle of an equilateral triangle is 60 degrees, consider the altitude of the equilateral triangle. So we know that what is the altitude of the if the side of the triangle is A, what is the altitude? Root 3 by 2 A is the height of the equilateral triangle, and this side is also A. And we know that median or altitude all both are same in equilateral triangle that divides that side into two equal parts. That will be, so it is a by 2, a by 2. So when you when you look at the triangle, when you look at the triangle ADB, it's a right angled isosceles triangle. It is a right angled triangle. It's a right angled triangle. So from that triangle, if you find out sine 60 degrees, so if you take sine B, sine angle B, that is sine 60 degrees. So what is that sine theta formula? Perpendicular by hypotenuse. What is the perpendicular here? Root 3 by 2a. So that is root 3 by 2a divided by hypotenuse is a. So a get cancelled. So you are getting sine 60 value is root 3 by 2. Okay. So that is what this angle sine 60 is root 3 by 2. Say at the same angle, if you apply cos theta, cos 60, that is base by hypotenuse. Base is a by 2. This is base. And hypotenuse is a again. So it is 1 by 2. So cos of 60 is 1 by 2. And if you divide sin theta by cos theta, that is tan 60. Tan 60 is sin 60 by cos 60. So sin theta by cos 60. So root 3 by 2 by 1 by 2. So it will be root 3. That is what tan 60 is root 3. And remaining three are just reciprocals of these three values. Okay. Now, look at it. If in this triangle only, what would be the angle at A in that right angle triangle? Angle at A is 30 degrees. So in the right angle triangle, one angle is 90, one angle is 60, the other angle will be 30. So if we apply, so from in the triangle ADB only, if with reference to the angle A, if you take sine 30 degrees, so let's look into that triangle again. A, B, B, it is 30 degrees, and this height is root 3 by 2a, perpendicular, base is a by 2, and the hypotenuse is a. So sine 30 is okay, here with reference to 30, opposite or perpendicular will be a by 2, not root 3 by 2. Root 3 by 2 will be the perpendicular with reference to angle B, but we are looking at the angle A. So you look at from this place. You take it as this from this place. It is a base. So then what will be the perpendicular when you look at from this place here? So perpendicular will be a by 2. Or else let us rotate this in 90 degrees. Then look at that. Okay. A, B, B. So this is A. This will be root 3 by 2 A. And it is A by 2. And the angle at A is 30 degrees. Now, when you look at that 30 degrees, what is sine 30? Perpendicular by hypotenuse. Perpendicular is A by 2 by hypotenuse. So, sine 30 value is 1 by 2. That is what here sine 30 degrees will be 1 by 2. Next, cos, if you apply cos for that, cos 30 degrees, base by hypotenuse. What is the base of this triangle? Root 3 by 2. What is the hypotenuse? A. So, it is root 3 by 2. That is what cos t. If you divide sine A by cos A, you will be getting tan. That is 1 by root 3. And there are reciprocals. Next, if you consider a right-angled isosceles triangle, let us call A right-angled isosceles triangle, then each angle triangle will be 45, 45, because these two sides are equal. Okay. If you take the side of the triangle as A and A, what will be the hypotenuse of this by Pythagoras formula? Root 2A. Root over A square plus A square, which is root 2 times a. Root over a square plus a square. That is root over 2a square. That is root 2 times a. Now from this, what is sine 45 with reference to angle B? Suppose you take with reference to the angle B, sine 45 degrees equal to perpendicular by hypotenuse. Perpendicular is A, hypotenuse is root 2A. That is 1 by root 2. So sine 45 is 1 by root 2. So that is sine 45 is 1 by root 2. Even cos 45 also. Cos 45 is base by hypotenuse. Here also base is A by root 2A. That is 1 by root 2. So this is 1 by root 2. If you divide 1 by sin theta by cos theta, you will get tan theta 1. And they are reciprocal. Now, and there are some special angles 0 degrees and 90 degrees. So here, sine, sine A, sine 0 degrees. Sine 0 degrees in a sense, according to what is the definition of sine theta? Sine A is perpendicular by hypotenuse. So if you observe this right angle triangle, this is perpendicular, hypotenuse, and base. They are telling that angle A is 0. What do you mean by angle A is 0? This vertex will fall down to this vertex. Then that base and hypotenuse will become same if A becomes 0. Then that, okay, so if A is 0, that H and B will be same and P will become 0. Okay, so sine 0 degrees will be sine 0 degrees will be 0 because perpendicular becomes 0. And what about cos 0? Sine 0 will be 0. And what about cos 0? Cos 0 means it is base by hypotenuse, and base and hypotenuse will become equal when A becomes 0. It will be B by B. It will become 1. So it is 0 and 1. And 0 by sin theta by cos theta, tan theta, that is 0. And similarly, 90 degrees. When you take 90 degrees in a right angle triangle, so this is angle A, okay, A, B, here it is A, B, C. When A becomes 90 degrees in the sense, actually it is not, two right angle triangles are not possible. That means you are bringing, bringing B towards A. That means this length will become 0, base will become 0, and perpendicular and height will become same. So in that case, it will be 1, and the cos theta will become 0, and reciprocal 1 by 0. 1 divided by 0 is an undefined. 1 divided by 0. 1 divided by 0 is an undefined quantity. That is why not defined it is solution. And the reciprocal solution. Let's see one more question. As we are discussing here in the previous question, that we need to calculate the value if sin alpha is given root 3 by 2, tan beta is given 1 by root 3, then what is the value of this? So sin alpha equal to root 3 by 2. So for which angle from the table we have seen, from which angle sin alpha will be root 3 by 2 means alpha will be 60 degrees. And tan beta is given 1 by root 3. So from the table, beta becomes 30 degrees. So alpha is 60, beta is 30. Then what is alpha minus beta value? 60 degrees minus 30 degrees. That is 30 degrees. Okay. So in the next slide, I will explain you how to remember this table. So many tables, so many values have been given. Let's learn how we can remember this table very easily. We can remember this table very easily. Sin theta. If you remember sin theta and cos theta, automatically sin theta by cos theta, you'll be getting tan theta. And the reciprocals of that, you'll be getting cosecant secant, and cot, and theta value. So take the reference angles right from 0, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, and 90 degrees. These are the particular angles. These are particular angles. So it is easy to, if you can fill that one row, automatically you'll get the other rows. Let's see. Suppose uh, here you need to calculate this one. So just you fill the values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. First write the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and divide each of them with a 2, each of them with 2, okay? And then each of them with 4, not 2, divide each of them with 4, and then take a square. So what values are coming here? It is 0, it is 1 by 2, it is 1 by root 2, it is root 3 by 2, and it is 1. So those are the values of the sine theta. And if you write in the reverse order, if you write in the reverse order, that you will be getting in the cos values. That means cos 0 will be the same as, cos 0 will be same as, cos 0 will be same as this one. So 1, reverse order, 1 root 3 by 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by 2, 0. Those are the cos values. Cos 0 is 1, cos 30 is 1 root 3 by 2, okay. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2. So look at that here. Sin 45 value and cos 45 values are both are same, and you are getting 1 by root 2. And sin 0 degrees is 0, and cos 90 will be 0. They are same. And sin 30 degrees is 1 by 2, and cos 60 degrees is 1 by 2. Now, sin theta by cos theta. So 0 by 1, 0. 1 by 2 by root 2 with 1 by root 3. Sin theta by cos theta, 1. Sin theta by cos theta, root 3. It is not defined. So this way you can easily remember all the values of it. This is the best way. Easily you can remember. So in examination, in a rough paper, in rough sheet, okay, you just fill the tables like this, and then you can take up values whatever they are. Let's look into another PYQs, previous year question, which is repeated many times. 2023, 2018, 2016 also given. Very, very, very important one. So let's take LHS here. Sin A minus 2 sin cube A divided by 2 cos cube A minus cos A. In the numerator, what maximum you can take common? Sin A common you can take. If you take sin A common in the numerator, so what will remain? It will remain 1 minus 2 sin square A. In the denominator also, you can take cos A common, then it comes out with 2 cos square A will remain minus 1. Right. Now, in the numerator, this look at that here. This part sin A by cos A, that will become tan theta. So tan A. And in the numerator, you may write 1 minus 2 sin square A. I will write it as 2. For example, my 2, you can write it as 1 plus 1. So you can write 1 minus sin square A minus sin square A. And denominator also, you may write it as cos square A plus cos square A. Also, so 2 cos square A, I'm writing cos square A plus cos square A. Now, if you observe that this part of this one is 1 minus sin square A from the first identity, sin square A plus cos square A is 1. Then what will be 1 minus sin square A? Yes, it is cos square A minus sin square A as it is divided by In the denominator also, cos square A minus 1 will become cos square A. It is minus sin square A, so minus sin square A. So if you observe that the two terms are same, they get cancelled. So you will be left with a tan A, that is what RH is. Very easy question, bacho. Okay, so easily you can answer this. Just you remember the three identities, enough. You can get the answer. One more question. It's given in 2020. And here we need to prove that, let us take LHS. If anybody want to try, pause the video, you try the question, then look into the solution. What is the LHS? Cosecant theta plus cot theta minus 1 by sine theta. What is the, when you look at the terms of cosecant and cot, so immediately you can recollect what identity we have related to cosecant and cot. Cosecant square theta minus cot square theta equal to 1, which can be factorized as cosecant theta plus cot theta into cosecant theta minus cot theta equal to 1. A plus b to a minus. So, if in the first term, so minus 1 by sine theta, it is given only. Here in the first term only, if you multiply and divide with cosecant theta minus cot theta, cosecant theta minus cot theta, then the numerator will be cosecant theta minus cot theta by a plus b into a minus b, cosecant square theta minus cot square theta minus 1 by sine theta. So, denominator, what would be the value of this denominator? The value of this denominator going to be 1. The value is 1. So, it is left with cosecant theta minus cot theta by 1 minus 1 by sine theta. Yes. So, what will be this value? Cosecant can be written as, the first term cosecant can be written as 1 by sine theta. And the second term is, you can write it as cot theta. What is cot theta? Reciprocal of tan. But what is tan? Sine by cos. So it will be cos theta by sine theta. So cot theta can also be written as cos by sine. So everything write into cos and sine. Because R, okay. So you may write it as cos theta by sine theta minus 1 by sine theta. Okay. Now, if you compare with the RHS 1 by sine theta, we also got 1 by sine theta. Just we have to simplify this expression to get that other part. So that's what let's see. If you take minus common from these two, 1 by sine theta is as it is, you leave it. This will be getting cos theta, denominators are same, cos theta minus 1 by sine theta is the value. Cos theta minus 1 by sine theta. Now, if you how cos theta can be, so here, if you take minus common here, it will be cos theta plus 1 by sine theta. And here we need the numerator 1 and denominator is in terms of cosecant and cot. So here is the main twist in this question. So let us multiply and divide with cosecant plus 1 and divide with cosecant plus 1 here. If you multiply and divide with cos theta minus 1 by cos theta minus 1, then it comes out to be numerator will be 1 by sine theta is as usual as it is, and here it will be cos square theta minus 1 by, you'll be getting sine theta into, this is cos theta minus 1. So cos square theta minus 1 is minus sine square theta. So it is minus sine square theta divided by sine theta into the cos theta minus 1 as it is. So 1 sine theta will get cancelled. 1 sin theta get cancelled, and this 1 by sin theta minus of minus, it will be plus sin theta by cos theta minus 1. Okay, or if you keep this minus aside, same only, this denominator can be changed as 1 minus cos theta. So if you divide with sin theta in the numerator and in the denominator, so this part, the next step is the final answer. This part numerator will become, so it is 1 by sin theta is first term, sin theta by sin theta it is 1, 1 by sin theta is cosecant theta, minus cos theta, this one is cot theta. So this is what RHS. So hope these informations will help you a lot, and definitely you all will get full marks in trigonometry chapter after watching this video. Please subscribe our channel, and please be in touch to watch more videos on your Cbse topics one shot. We'll be coming with many more videos. Thank you one and all. All the best, bacho.